Good morning, everybody. It's a cup of JoJo, and good morning. And we're gonna do the daily devotion. It's a good devotion, and as you see in the thumbnail, former crew member from Mike Francese's people, and they're all interconnected. And I was close to this guy in later years and everything, and um, he would tell me these stories and stuff, and I knew some of the players that were involved. And he would tell me, well, there was people that there was a lot of gambling. People didn't pay their people didn't pay their debts and stuff like that. So they were a target for torture, murder, and other types of things. And they used to come up with some pretty creative ways to intimidate and kill and torture and stuff like that. And this guy, I'm gonna do the. I'll get to the Jesus calling for June 14th. But there was this guy, and he was a made member. I believe, yeah, he was a made member of a family, and a lot of these guys were degenerate gamblers. They were just degenerate gamblers, and I got a stigma. I got a stigma, and the shade helps the light. So a lot of these guys uh, gambled and gambled and gambled and everything else, and they couldn't pay their debts. A lot of them made mistakes, and they got in hot water, and then they were a target for whatever consequences would have been handed down to them, depending on the severity of what was at play. But they had a guy that um, when I heard the story, then I knew looking back who he was and everything, and he was a rough customer, and he bit off more than he could chew, and they decided to torture him, and they brung him into a basement. They always had these. They had places set up for. They had places to do whatever dirty deeds they wanted to do, and this is a little twisted, and they were trying to get some information out of him with torture, but they were going to kill him just the same afterwards, I guess. Yeah, I mean, because once they already crossed the line of breaking the rules, or just not, or just when they crossed the line, they made too many mistakes. That was it for them. They would the organized crime families would have certain ways. Some psychos choose certain ways of torture or intimidation to get information. Others, they tried everything in the book. Some of them were very creative. Excuse me. It's a cup of JoJo. What's in the cup this morning? Torture. And a spiritual devotion. Good and evil. So they bring this guy, and they got it set up, and I mean, they have like they have chains where you're chained up to something, and the chains are hanging, and they chain your arms up, and they subdue your body, and they strip this guy naked, and forgive me, folks, but they get a blowtorch, and you can use your imagination. The guy's naked, and they got a blowtorch, and they're saying, "Who killed this guy?" or "Who ratted on who?" and or other types of things that they were trying to retrieve from this guy. So they would implement these psychopathic torture ways, and so they got this blowtorch, and they're burning him. They're burning him and everything, and this guy is spitting in their face because he figures he's gonna die anyways, and he's not gonna go down like a, you know, begging. A lot of them begged for mercy. Some of them just knew the end was coming, and they would just do whatever they could do. And then they got him, and they went to his genitals, and they started. They didn't actually apply it, but he said, okay, I'll give you what you need. I'll give you what you need. Then I guess they said, all right, we'll let you go. But they were unchaining him. While they were unchaining him, a guy went up behind him and put a bullet in the back of his head. And just a crazy way that what they did in those days of trying to get information. Everybody's running paranoid. People are ratting on people. People are stealing money that's not being accounted for. I mean, it really was a rodeo. And I heard so many stories. I'll choose to share them and everything. I see that the organized crime story views got more views. Yeah, I guess everybody would, but I want to tell other stories also. And I do the spiritual devotions. So, yeah, they would try a lot of things, hanging people out of windows, different things. I mean, they tied a guy they roped a guy somehow. Legend has it. Sometimes I wonder, but like they roped a guy between two cars or something and drove both ways to pull them apart. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them to do that, but that's too much energy if you're gonna just whack a guy. But there's really some crazy serial killer guys in there that would just get sick drills on how to kill a person or whatever. And it was just insane. So that was the story about, they're blowtorching this guy, and he wasn't gonna tell. Then he told, and they still killed him. He was right off the bat when he was refusing, and he was spitting on them, and he wasn't gonna give up any information. And then when they went down to his genital area with the blowtorch, they got what they needed from him, and then they killed him anyways. So how would a person react in that situation? Well, everybody's gonna react in their own way. So all right, and I got another story coming up. I'll do tomorrow, and you know, let's excuse me, let's do the reading real quick. This is June 14th, Jesus calling. I have loved you with an everlasting love. Before time began, I knew you. For years you swam around in a sea of meaninglessness, searching for love, hoping for hope. All that time I was pursuing you, aching to embrace you in my compassionate arms. So you're rolling in your day, and God wants to take you in his arms. When time was right, I revealed myself to you. I lifted you out of the sea of despair and set you down on a firm foundation. Sometimes you felt naked, exposed to the revealing light of my presence. I wrapped an ermine robe around you, my robe of righteousness. I sang you a love song whose beginning and end are veiled in eternity. I infused meaning into your mind and harmony into your heart. Join me in singing my song. Together we'll draw others out of darkness into my marvelous light. So yeah, he's there saying, come on, God, Jesus, they're saying, come on, I'm here. Embrace me. Embrace me. So that's a Jesus calling video devotion. I'll be all right. So I got some other stories coming, and the next story tomorrow is about a guy, and they this wasn't like, this was more humiliation than physical pain. The next story is more humiliation orientated. So that's that, my dear people. Be the kings and queens of your world. Stay safe, and God bless. And I'll talk to you real soon. Thanks for watching.